environment. Chris, too warm or too cold?
Yes.
Too warm. Yes. Too warm? Okay, going up. Thank you for sharing, Ronnie.
Hello, how are you doing?
As all of you can tell, we've got a boutique going on. And Chris, if you could run a couple of churches starting in the building, that would be great in case they want to join us. And we have people who have never been to church before, so all of you church members, you have to be good. Maybe yeah, you'd be good for this morning. So service is only going to be for an hour. Because I think we've got a lot of people here. As I said, we'd like to do some lying. If you wonder why I'm pushing this, for those of you who don't know, this is our fundraiser for the year, and the majority of the money goes to the orphanage and Ghana. So, and this is after the Unite. And I'm gonna share something with you, and I'm gonna cry. So for those of you who know me, you know that's what happens. This was made for CCL by Akeem. And our newest member of the orphanage is how old now?
Gosh, what a couple days.
A couple of days. And he was found next to the garbage can. And he was rescued, and he's now part of our orphanage.
Wonderful.
And so we're so glad. We have a lot of kids who come and spend weeks there, don't they? They're going to school, and they stay at the orphanage. And then we have some that have no parents or anything that are there. And so this is Mrs. Tyru, who is our wonderful Akeem's mother, runs the orphanage. And we try and do what we can to support it. Can I tell them what it's called? It's called it's called Doti Boon Village. So thank you so much, Akeem and Emily. We so appreciate the work you do and the orphanage and everything.
Yes.
Yay!
Now the other donation we have is the donations for the Children of the Creek. We've got lots of clothes, we've got lots of things coming in. Carolyn is the one who is helping us with this. And Carolyn, just can you raise your hand?
Hey.
Yeah, there's Carolyn.
Who doesn't know who I am?
Hey, Carolyn.
Thank you.
Welcome. And
Thank you.
she's doing such a great job. So that's what's going on in the warehouse. Other things going on in the warehouse is food. So after church, for those of you who feel a little bit nauseous, go in and we have food back there, and we'd like to share it with you, and coffee back there. We'd like to share it with you. Now, the booth, I'm sure you've looked around already, I hope. We have Honey Ladies here. We have My Crystal Visions, which is here, Africa Unite. Frank Krause, I tell you the name of it, but I can't pronounce it. Sophistics, and they are his original greeting cards. Back there, Susan Moon will be in shortly. My sister Sue, raise your hand.
Hey, Sue!
I'm fondling this statue. Sue George is my wonderful, wonderful sister, and she is the bead lady. She made all of those beads, they're all handmade. And I want to look at one of her books that Jeannie made. They're fantastic too. So please stop by and say hello and get a hug. She gives the greatest hugs too. So that's wonderful. And in the community room, we have this wonderful Marge Powers, Magic, John Stand-Up. She has written all these self-help books that are bound to help you. Yeah. And if you have a business you're just starting, if you're just restarting your life, please stop by and talk to her. She's magnificent. She'll even autograph it for you. Okay. And then we have in the hallway we have Lynn Rogers. Hey. And in the further down the hall, we have John Sench, who is going to be talking about regenesis. In the front, we have Julie Hawkins, Doti Boon, Gloria McCrae, all doing different types of readings. I'm doing crystal ball readings. If any of you have never had a crystal ball reading. Chris Miller is selling some books in the hallway. And then in the community room again, we have Marcia Shea, who is fairy godmother who's selling clothes. Then we have Annalise, where are you? Yay! Mixed media. Laura Marshall is doing her Ayurvedic, and she's selling all sorts of wonderful things that are going to help heal you. But if you're going through something and you don't know quite what it is, talk to Laura. She is an Ayurvedic practitioner, and she can tell you what's wrong and how to fix it. She is fantastic. And then in there we have, I'm missing somebody. Who else is?
Me.
Oh, in the back. We have, I'm sorry. In the back we have our wonderful Reverend April Lucier, who has mixed.
She's mulled.
Mulled cider.
Mulled.
And mulled cider. You can buy a packet and make your own mulled cider. And she also has sprigs of holly, which are great for the holiday season. Regina has the most delicious, incredible fudge, and she might sell out, so you've got to get back to her as soon as possible. It's the best fudge I've ever tasted. Yes, Jen.
And I've been inspired. I was meditating last night, and I was going to bring one of my artwork pieces, but someone took it. No, it's a good thing. They took it because they needed it. So I was told by Spirit that I'm going to offer 3 certificates to write a personal song for you. So I'm going to make up the certificates and spend time with you, and then I'll channel a song for you.
Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you so much. Lynn?
We have art, and I published a new book, so I'll be in the fall with new ingredients and with a brand new book.
Fantastic, fantastic.
You still didn't do
Okay, did I mix Corky? Oh, it's somebody I barely know. Reverend Corky Whitaker is selling scones, and they are delicious scones. And she was up until 4 o'clock this morning making them, so I know they're fresh. And she has some big ones that are $1, and then the others are 2 for $1. And also our wonderful cookie guy, Wilson. Cookie guy has made cookies, and also Jan Ewers has brought in some baked goods too, and they're right back here. So we've got stuff to eat, stuff to wear, stuff to put on your whatever you want, honey, and the most amazing crystals. She was here last year. Please stop by and look around. And we're going to be joined by more people, I'm sure. Plus, the choir is singing today. Okay?
Yay, choir.
And if we could dim the lights and, let's see. Where's Ronnie? Yeah, Ronnie's going to make an announcement. Wait just a minute. Okay.
The top one is.
I'm bringing Jan with me because Jan has worked with these people for a long time. I said I'm bringing Jan with me because she's worked with these people for a long time. That's Oakland Fire. For those of you that don't know, Oakland had a really bad
What? I can hear you.
Oakland, I brought Jan with me because she has worked with Oakland Fire for a long time with their CISM team, and that's the first responders. They had a really bad fire on yesterday and lost over 40 people.
Wow.
And this is the time when we come together and hold them to the light and actually pray for them.
Right. Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
And I would just like to offer that your open heart and your powerful energy, we can just send those folks that need to go to the light. And we can send comfort and healing to the families and to the firefighters. The firefighters, one firefighter told me, he said, Janet, I took this job to rescue people, not take out dead bodies. Aww. And they're devastated. They're devastated. And so I just offer that we go in peace to the light. Know we hold you in our heart. You are beautiful. You are free. Go to the God source. We will hold your families. We will pray
cradle the responders. Know you are loved and will ever be remembered. Go to the light.
What a magnificent prayer,
Does everybody have a chair? If not, I can really have some other chairs. We need two back there. Mel has been offered to go sit with
There's a couple of chairs over
right here, and there's some in the Now, our wonderful Reverend April is going to lead us in a prayer. And let's all, as you hear the prayer, send it right back to her. This has been a rough week for her and her broken toe and all the things that are going on. So will you just beam love towards her?
Yes.
Okay?
Team love.
Give it to her.
To say Reverend April?
Did I say
I didn't know April broke her toe.
I was kind of wondering what was going on.
That's right. Let's please welcome this woman who I missed Reverend Dr. Ayleen Augustine.
Yeah.
We are all one.
You know, it's always so interesting how much we take for granted about our feet when, you know, they work fine, and then when something happens to one of them, suddenly they become the center of our universe.
That's right.
Spending most of the day going, please don't bump me, please don't bump me, please don't bump me. But it's when, you know, when we face those things, that one, we remember that there's still more good in the world. You know, if a broken toe is the worst thing that happens to me, pretty much I'm golden.
Right.
And I think about, you know, I had a patient once who had to have a foot amputated, and it's like, wow. And he said, well, at least I don't have to stub my toe anymore. And, you know, while he held it that way. And, you know, when things are hard, when we experience loss, whether it's the loss of, you know, just individuals who we will never meet, we will never know, but we feel that loss. And also, you know, for even the loss of a pet, the loss of someone that we love. And whether that spirit has 4 legs or 2 or wings, whether or not these are individuals who, for whatever reason, it was meant that they go home. We're all loved. There isn't a single one of us, and even in those hard moments, we are loved. We're never alone. And we are always supported. And someone very dear to me fell off a ladder, and she should have cracked her head open on some bricks. And she showed me where she fell, and there was no way she wouldn't have hurt herself worse. She said right as she was falling, she felt herself being lifted up and moved so that she fell in the best way possible. So the angels are there, the spirits are there, and all those who leave this world then become so much more. And they help us, and they're with us. They are never gone. Love never dies. It's an energy that simply changes form, and it becomes something so much bigger. So take a deep breath, and as you exhale, just let yourself be fully present in this moment. Now take one more breath, and as you exhale that one, allow all your cares and worries to fall into that little care basket that's sitting right next to you, because you don't have to hold on to them here. You don't have to cling to them. They can just sit there, and when you leave, you can always leave them behind. Dearest beloved Creator, we thank you for this day, and we thank you for our lives. We thank you for the opportunities that we have to appreciate just how precious a gift life is. We thank you for reminding us that the little disappointments and the little irritations are so small, because there is so much more going on in the world. And even though there are things that are sad, they're there to remind us about the joy that we have. And you also remind us of the power that we have to change something that's sad into something that's happy. We thank you for the life of that little one who might not have made it. He might have gone home to you had it not been for the kindness of someone who picked him up and took him to Akeem's mother so that he can have a life. We thank you for all the opportunities that each and every one of us have to make a difference, to be the change that you have given us the opportunity to be the light in the darkness, because it's in that darkness that light shines brightest. We send blessings to all those experiencing loss and all those who have transitioned, that process may be as gentle as possible, and that they all be comforted, and that we each be comforted for what each of us is grieving, because we know that you're there to hold our hand, to say, it's all right, we've got this. And just like in the Footprints poem, to know that at those times when things were worse, that was when you carried us. Thank you so much, Creator, for all you give. And whatever it means to you, we hope you have a wonderful day. For all your creation to the next 7 generations and beyond. Aho Mitako Yasin, Ago, Ago, Ago. By earth, sea, and sky, Namaste, blessed be. Amen.
Mention Julie Hawkins is going to be doing readings.
Yeah.
Did I mention that Kathleen Smoot is doing the song?
No.